Alright, boys, what's going on? Welcome to the market recap for Monday, February 17th. I feel like this month has flown by. But I took personally no trades this morning. Um, Coming into the morning, didn't want to force anything coming into the new week. I had two potential trade ideas that I wanted to potentially have play out and just wasn't able to get opportunity on either one of them. Good news is it looks like we are finally getting the sell-off on the higher time frames, which is what I wanted last week. But regardless, going over the daily bias coming into today, I'll just pull up my thoughts like I always do. High time frame bearish, want to see a sell-off this week, but do not like how NQ has rejected these lows. So this is what the hourly chart looked like coming in to the market open. We had just swept out these lows. If we start to displace higher off the market open, it makes sense to target these potential internal highs, which would then be playing into a retrace to this daily bearish for value gap up here. And then I said, in terms of shorts, I'd low-key want to see us continue past these lows that we just swept out because that would just be a little bit sketchy to me. And that's like the one trade that I lost last week is when we had already swept out the internal lows and had failed to continue past them. So with that being said, the market opens right here. So yeah, with that being said, market opens and we immediately get bought up to the upside. The first 5-minute candle close is super bullish. We closed above this internal high here. And I'm like, okay, bet we're probably going to come to this hourly buy side liquidity. And then I was honestly ready to execute and just waiting for a nice pullback and a retrace. We retraced here and we completely ran through this 5-minute for value gap. So there was no long setup. There was no long setup. And the reason I'm not blindly taking this is because this is an internal high, right? I'm already sketched out a little bit by the higher time frames. And yeah, this is just not something with I would have like A plus drawn liquidity, max confidence in. This is not something I would limit order compared to other winning trades from like last week where I'm able to like I'm super confident. I'm just slapping a limit order. I want to get filled because I know exactly where we're going. Yes, I have a good idea. If we come down and get a nice retrace and displace out of it, yeah, we're probably coming to this high and this high up here because that's what makes sense. But it's definitely not something I would ever be wanting to limit order. And there's just clear differences between the trades that you'd want to limit order and the trades that you would not want to limit order. So, yeah, we came down. I was looking to get, I was willing to go long here. Never got a reaction out of it. We ended up displacing lower. And once we started to displace lower, like, there just wasn't like after we ran through that 5-minute fair value gap, it's like, okay, if we wanted to go higher right here this morning, we would have done so out of that 5-minute. But if we, once we displaced through the 5-minute, it's like, okay, we have nowhere else to target but lower. And you can see we move through it and we move efficiently through it. And once we start to move efficiently through it, I'm like, okay, like shorts, I'm willing to go short. Even though we had wicked out this low here, we came up, swept out this high, and look at this 15-minute candle close. This is super bearish. Look at the hourly candle close, super bearish. So I'm like, okay, if we get a nice retrace, I was looking for this for value gap potentially get retrace to, and flip. Like I'm willing to go short as well, and we never really got that. The only like valid entry would have been if you took an early entry like somewhere right here once we just started to displace, but like I'm not willing to take that. I know today's Tuesday, but basically it's a Monday coming into the new week. Like why I'm not gonna force something that doesn't look good. Like I'm not gonna force anything. And once we come down to this hourly sell side down here, you can see there's these two internal swing lows before the ultimate swing low at this daily sell side down here. And then we have this weekly sell side down here. So these are the ultimate swing lows that I want to target, the external lows that I want to target, but there was these two internal sell side hourly swing lows here. And once we take it and then we start to chop and do this nonsense, it's like, okay, like there's no reason to even stay on the charts. The only valid trade after this point would have been if we just continued to displace lower and then targeted this daily low down here. But so that's the market recap. No trades for me this morning. Had two good, valid ideas in my opinion, just didn't get the opportunity to execute on, and that's okay. That's okay because there's going to be at least one, with it being a short week, there's going to be at least one day this week where we just move so efficiently towards a draw on liquidity, and there's no doubt about it. And that's the day that I'm waiting for, that I'm willing to slap on a bunch of risk and put risk on the table on that day. Today was not that kind of day. Just the draws on liquidity weren't great, and not opportunity to really execute. So, yeah, man, gonna keep this one short and simple. It sucks having the long weekend, 3-day weekend, holiday yesterday on Monday, and then coming into Tuesday and not getting good opportunity. But it's all about patience. Who can stay patient and wait for the good days with good volume when the market's actually presenting good opportunity, like I just explained, right? It's all about patience, and the traders who have the patience and who are willing to wait, they're actually the ones who are going to be rewarded with these prop firms and in these markets, and actually pulling money from these accounts. So that's my mindset. We'll see what happens the rest of this week. Hopefully we just continue to sell off. Hopefully we're able to target this daily low down here, this weekly low down here. And then we do have more swing lows lower if we just continue to displace. I would love to just see the market just sell off here. That's what I'm looking for. And if the market just sells off, we're moving efficiently, boom, that's good conditions to execute on. So I'm going to wait for good market conditions, wait for good opportunity. That's the market recap for Tuesday. Appreciate you watching. Let me know if you took anything. But yeah, man, I will see y'all tomorrow in the market recap. Stay safe. All right. Peace.